and frail blended into the squalor of her 3-room Section 8. Toys, diapers, new and used, laundry in various states of freshness, and food in much the same state, scattered on the floor, swallowed the tiny woman. In fact, she looked nothing like a woman. Now her shoulders and hips, with barely a curvy hint of femininity, were tucked into a stained T-shirt and size 2 worn jeans. Her wild red hair stood out untamed. I kicked the floor debris, clearing space to lay out my beach blanket, a flannel back vinyl tablecloth, to work with Crystal, her 18-month-old developmentally delayed little girl, with big blue saucer for eyes and wispy blonde curls. She was just learning to stand and hold on to a small stool with one hand as she stooped to grab a block and place it into a box. The box played a tinkled version of Here Comes the Sun each time the block was dropped inside. I enthusiastically cheered, hoping she would attempt to imitate my yay. Finally, Crystal flashed me a rare, wide smile, showing off 2 tiny bottom teeth and swollen gums. I wish she would freaking walk already, complained Susie. I can't carry this load and the baby, too. She's almost there, I replied, positioning the toddler next to the stool for more deep knee bends. You can put her in the twin stroller Nadine brought you. Susie fell back into the oversized stuffed chair, stretched her skinny legs to reach the plywood floor to rock it. She hates the stroller, just screams and carries on like a brat. Susie slouched deeper into the chair. If Jamie were home, he could carry her. She is more of a daddy's girl anyway. Susie, you need to know, you need to think of doing things on your own. It will be a while before he gets out. I know, she snapped. You sound like my fucking mother. Susie raked her nail-bitten fingers through the tangles of her matted hair. She let her right palm slide down the side of her face, tracing a bony outline of her long jawline. Her hand stopped to squeeze one of the enormous zits. I hate her, she mumbled aloud. Well, look how great Crystal is bouncing with her knees. I clapped to Crystal's dancing rhythm. Susie wiggled herself out of the chair and fled to the bathroom mirror. That face medicine the doctor gave me isn't working, she shouted back. She gave me the generic cheap shit. It makes me so nauseous. I want the real stuff. Almost an hour into Crystal's session, I packed my toys and beach blanket. I picked up the somber toddler and twirled her around in hopes for another smile, perhaps a tiny hug. What's for lunch? I asked the serious little face. She just had a bottle before you came in, replied Susie. I carried Crystal to the kitchen, strapped her into the grimy high chair, took a peach yogurt and a slice of Velveeta cheese from the stale refrigerator. Checking the expiration date on the yogurt, I asked Susie again if I could peek in on Tiffany, the 8-week-old baby sleeping in the bedroom. Tiny Tiff, as Susie called her, looked like a miniature doll version of Crystal, with paper white skin, a broad mouth, and vacant blue eyes. The infant had a rattling cough that shook the tiny apartment when I was there 3 days before. I called the social worker, Nadine, to arrange for Susie to get to the clinic, but Nadine wound up taking the little family to the emergency room. After navigating a maze of paperwork and waiting, the baby was diagnosed with a sinus infection, sent home with a nebulizer, antibiotics, and a clean diaper. Somehow, Susie got the ear of a sympathetic nurse practitioner and secured the acne prescription. Don't go in, you will wake her. She gets so bitchy when she gets woken up. Crystal tried to pick up pieces of cheese I placed on the tray. I handed the spoon and open yogurt to Susie. I was late for my next appointment. She's much better, Susie reassured me. The call came just after I flicked the last light out in my full house. It was Nadine, bellowing in her firm voice. She's dead. The baby died from SIDS, or poverty, or ignorance, probably all goddamn 3. God damn it. I stood mute, holding the phone. Tiny Tiff died in her crib because I hesitated. The end.